that Stefanski did not pick Shedeur Sanders. Then Andrew Berry did not pick Shedeur Sanders. And I prescribe to that.
But I thought the guys did a really nice job of Shedeur and operating, the guys making plays. So, again, a ton to teach off of.
What he said way back then, we saw it show up. The fact that he's not getting first-team reps with the ones and the twos.
Coming out of the Cleveland Browns camp, and fans are absolutely furious. Kevin Stefanski is back under the spotlight, and this time it's over how he's handling Shedeur Sanders. Even after the young quarterback's standout performance against the Panthers, Stefanski is reportedly still not convinced, placing him fourth on the depth chart behind Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel. And it doesn't stop there. Sources claim Stefanski actually believes Dillon will stay ahead of Sanders. Naturally, Browns fans are losing their minds over this, sparking a wildfire of outrage online. Let's break down what's really happening here and why Stefanski's call is causing so much heat. But before we go any further, Shedeur supporters, smash that like button and subscribe, because your backing makes a huge difference.
I'm telling you right now, Shedeur Sanders proves he's more than capable enough to lead this team to the playoffs, possibly the Super Bowl. I am downright saying that right here, right now. Lead this team to the playoffs.
Fans are fired up, seeing Shedeur as the savior this team has been waiting for. The guy who could not only drag the Browns into the playoffs, but maybe even lead them all the way to the Super Bowl. His talent isn't up for debate, and after watching him play, it's obvious he has the tools to take charge of this team. But here's the twist. If he doesn't get any starts in the upcoming preseason games, it could be a huge blow. Shedeur has already proved what happens when you give him the starting role, and if Stefanski keeps leaving him on the bench, it could kill the chance to build something truly special. The pressure is building fast, and fans aren't staying quiet about their frustrations anymore. Reports are now surfacing that Stefanski isn't putting much faith in Shedeur for the upcoming games. Despite all the hype and the obvious potential Shedeur has shown, Stefanski still isn't convinced he'd succeed even if given the shot. So what does this mean for Shedeur and the Browns going forward? If Stefanski doesn't trust his ability to lead, it could throw Shedeur's entire future in Cleveland into serious doubt. But let's be honest, Shedeur Sanders is light years ahead of Dillon Gabriel. Gabriel has been nothing more than a media-hyped name, and it's baffling why he's even being put ahead of Shedeur. Gabriel was given every chance to shine, especially when Shedeur sat out during training sessions. And what did he do with that gift? He completed only 11 of 22 reps, a measly 50%, with the entire team watching. No pressure from Shedeur, no excuses, just him and the moment. And he delivered. Meanwhile, Gabriel had the same chance and flat-out failed. Now tell me, how can anyone seriously argue that Dillon Gabriel is the man to lead this team? How can you trust a quarterback with that kind of inconsistency when Shedeur Sanders is right there, fully healthy, completely locked in, and making plays on every single snap? And if you think this was just a rare bad day for Dillon Gabriel, you're fooling yourself. This isn't a fluke, it's who he is. Look back at day 8 of camp, arguably his worst showing yet. Out of 14 reps, he completed just 3 passes. And here's the jaw-dropper, he missed the mark on 11 throws. 11. That's not rust. That's not jitters. That's a pattern. From the very first snap, the defense had Dillon figured out like an open book. They read Dillon Gabriel like a cheap playbook, and he had 0 answers. The rhythm, gone. The awareness, missing. The precision, non-existent. As he kept spiraling, the contrast with Shedeur Sanders became almost embarrassing. Shedeur is ready right now to take control, while Gabriel is trapped in the same loop of inconsistency. From the very first snap, the defense had Dillon figured out, like they'd studied him for years. They read him like a children's book, and he still couldn't respond. His rhythm, awareness, and accuracy were nowhere in sight. And as he floundered, the gap between him and Shedeur Sanders became painfully, undeniably clear. More and more football experts are agreeing on one thing. Dillon Gabriel will never be the starting quarterback for the Browns. He simply doesn't have the qualities it takes to lead a team at this level. And yet, somehow, Browns management keeps pushing him as a potential starter, raising serious questions about what's really going on behind the scenes. It's almost impossible to make sense of this decision-making when so many voices in the football world are openly disagreeing. So, let's break down exactly what top sports journalists are saying about Dillon Gabriel's future and whether he has any real shot at leading this team.
I can't imagine there's many people that think Dillon Gabriel's a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. I don't care where they were drafted. And if the Browns are the one team that thinks that, then I'm going to suspect it's not true. They don't know what they're doing.
They've been on every quarterback evaluation for 30 years.
Right.
I never root against anybody.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if Dillon Gabriel's ever a legitimate starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Looking at the reports that Shedeur is being pushed aside yet again, Shannon Sharpe didn't pull any punches. He went straight at Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski, accusing him of running a personal agenda against Shedeur Sanders for reasons that make zero sense. Sharpe called out the fact that while Stefanski keeps harping on what Shedeur supposedly can't do, he completely ignores everything Shedeur has proven he can do on the field. According to Sharpe, this whole mess boils down to nothing more than a coach's bias. He even hinted there might be outside pressure from higher-ups in the Browns organization steering Stefanski's decisions.
Is what you're telling me what he can't do. Like my coach just said in college, but hey, find something that he can do. See, you keep telling me what Shedeur can't do. Well, your job as a coach is to put players in position and find something that they can do.
And Shannon Sharpe is absolutely right. During his press conference, Kevin Stefanski zeroed in only on what he thinks needs fixing, completely refusing to acknowledge any of Shedeur Sanders' strengths or potential. It was painfully clear that the spotlight was on the negatives, while everything Shedeur has proven so far was flat-out ignored. So, let's stop and hear exactly what Stefanski had to say.
But I thought the guys did a really nice job of Shedeur and operating, the guys making plays. So, again, a ton to teach off.
Ocho made it clear, Shedeur has risen to every challenge, so why is he still not getting the credit? He's already proven himself on the NFL stage with third and fourth team players. If he can shine under those conditions, imagine him with real resources and support. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more unfiltered truth.